Now that's what 6 inches of rain looks like. I'm towing out the Amish driver's van. It's so slick. Here we are, July 4th. My wife and I are going to go take a walk along the new driveway. We've got 6 inches of rain in roughly the last 24 hours, so we're afraid to take any vehicle, even the UTV, because it is all clay. It's going to be slicker than snot. So we're going to walk it and we'll see if it's washed out in any spots. We'll see how the culvert work did, because we didn't hire an engineer to laser it all out. We relied on the excavator and his 40 years of experience. So let's go take a look. All right, we are squishing really bad along the drive. There's our first drainage cut, washing out but draining in the proper spot. Look at this. We can't even hardly walk through this stuff. The first culvert, we got washout there and it's all full of dirt. Look at that. Geesh, the culvert is almost buried, but at least it's still draining. Second culvert is doing fine. Buried again, but the good news is there's not that high a volume so far on any of these. Which is what we had hoped for. Right, this culvert is catching 3 directions. That way, and from the hillside. But it's draining quite well. The road is a disaster. It's just clay everywhere, and water is actually running on the road in a couple spots. But as long as the road ain't washed out, it can all be tweaked up. Alright, this one is going under the culvert. That's bad juju. But on the back side, it's coming out of the culvert. So we got no way of telling where it's getting into the culvert. And here you got a water dam, one of many. They all seem to be working, stopping the water from going any farther and going through these culverts. Again, good luck hits. I'm towing out the Amish driver's van. It's so slick. But so far we found one culvert that the water is going underneath of it, which is definitely a bad thing. But the majority of them are holding up. So at this point, of course I can't walk, it's all muck. The road has held up. Except the very last part of the road up here was a giant deep creek ditch, so we'll see how that looks. Getting dumped on again. Those are my tractor tracks. I'm surprised we even made it. Unbelievable. Unreal. Welcome to Southern Illinois. Nice little creek right here. Looks like she's successful on this one. Now for the final bend, and this is the roughest spots right up in here. All right, we're coming up to the end, the biggest creek prior to. Good news is the road is still there. That's very nice. And there's the last watering hole I had them dig at the very end. That right there is at least 12 foot deep. and it's flowing over right where he planned it should, right there. So the big question is on the front of this culvert, if it's flowing through the culvert and not underneath the culvert. Right up here on the left, let's see. And here's the top side of this, what was the biggest creek as far as the size of it. And the good news is there is much less water flow than the excavator thought. So none of these even came close to blowing out. And this one is good, it's going right through the pipe. You can see I'm down to my mid-calf right now. It's all soft and it's going to take a little bit of reworking, but so far so good. And you could see for basically 2 miles, one on each side, everything is washed out. Everywhere. Once again, Mother Nature is not making it easy. This is 3 springs in a row with torrential rain. If it was just, you know, an inch or two, the grass would have been fine and it would have grew in here and blah blah blah. But anyways, could be worse. The road isn't washed out at least. And that's the report here, July 4th. Grading needs to be done here on the shop. This was what I was worried about here. We got standing water on 2 sides of it. But that's because they made this pad extra big because we didn't know where exactly I was going to place the shed. So this just needs to be graded back down to this newly created ditch on that side and on this side. And the big pond is back to full again and running over. I've been waiting for it to drop enough where I could fill this in here so it only runs over on that side. Of course, I didn't get around to it, and it... Oh man, that hawk just got a duck over there, or a bird. See it flapping? I think he got a duck. Right here is where it caught it and had it in the water. And here's the other side where the pond flows over. Actually not quite as bad as the front side. Welcome to the Mid-South. Whoa, that's what 6 inches of rain looks like on the Kapper farm. Wow. There's a straight on shot. There we go. There we go. Here's another look from a little bit higher up. And here's a look at the creek, a little ways up from the waterfall.